Hello, welcome back to Pilates Fusion. So tonight you will need a mat and you will need space around you for this class. You will need space in front and to the sides and behind, so just make sure that you've moved all the objects out of the way before we begin. This is a fusion of Pilates, yoga and ballet. I hope you really enjoy it. Take it at your own pace. I'll show levels for beginners and for the more advanced, but always just do what feels comfortable to you. If it hurts, don't do it. If it feels like you're stretching yourself in a good way, then yes, please do it. You will also need to have a drink of water nearby and perhaps a cushion or a towel. Some people need those to pop under their hips or under their lower back to help with support. And now we will begin with a warm-up. And begin with your heels together and feet turned out into ballet first position. Toes out, arms in lower first, thumbs tucked in. Now drop your shoulder blades flat on your back and draw in your abdominal muscles, pulling in on your belly button back towards your spine and lifting up and in on your pelvic floor muscles. And drop your shoulder blades flat on your back. And now my dog's joining us. We're going to be feeling nice and tall with your ears reaching up toward the sky. And if you'd like to, you can just join me in closing your eyes here. And when your eyes are closed, you may feel that your body sways forward and back, side to side. Now try to use those sways to centre yourself. And be aware there are no heavy pressure points in the balls of your feet or the heels, but all 10 toes are connected to the floor. And now we have our ankles under our knees, knees under our hips, and hips directly under our shoulders. And use that first full, purposeful breath in through the nose, all the way down into your pelvic bowl and out through your mouth. And as you take these first mindful breaths, you're beginning to clear your mind ready for this hour of restorative you time. In this hour you will focus your mind and body together, clearing all of those other peripheral thoughts away so that you can just be in the moment, strengthening and lengthening your body. And now open your eyes, focus forward. We'll begin together with a plie. Breathing in and out. Tailbone travelling down, and as we do that we keep lifting up and in on the pelvic floor and drawing in and back on the abdominal muscles, so that whole cylinder of support around your centre is switched on the whole time. As we turn out those knees, push the heels into the ground and plie in first. And make sure you're not rounding your spine or leaning forward here. We have that upright posture, deep bend on the knees, bringing warmth into your ankles, knees and hips. Just warming up the joints and muscles gently and allowing our mind and body to focus together. Okay, and lift up now. We're going to go up into a releve, up onto the toes, all 10 toes connected to the floor, heels high. Feel those calves waking up. And lower. Now we're going to go into a full plie. Lift your heels up onto the toes and go as low as you can while still controlling the lift. We're going for that full plie. I'm going to go all the way up again. I'm right up on the balls of the feet. I'm stretching up through the core. Feel that stretch in your abs. And go for that full plie again. Now remember, you could just do a demi plie. If you feel strong enough, go all the way down. Pop your heels down. Come out into second position. Turn out your toes. And back into that plie now in second. Breathe in and out. And as you open your arms in second, gently squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. That full long breath. You can hear my breathing there. That exaggeration of the breath. And it just starts to clear your mind, lifts that fog from your mind, especially if you're doing this routine at the end of the day. When you focus on that breathing, you fill your lungs, you feel that daily fog just coming off of your mind, helping you to focus. How's those second position plies going? Are we feeling that warmth in the hips? Hopefully no clicky hips or knees now after those plies. And just one more, and stay out, and releve, lift up high, and hold. Now don't worry if you wobble, just try and retain that balance. by engaging the cylinder of support around your centre. That's it, switching on the core. And deep into that full plie again. Nice deep bend, pushing down, opening out your hands, and then onto your hips, and moving to your side to side lunge. So the knee travels across the ankle toward the end of the toes. Now just glance down and make sure your knee is going over the ankle, not past the end of the toes, to the end of the toes, that is perfect. And again, check. Make sure that your pelvic floor is still engaged and you're pulling in on the abs. And as we lunge, this is where I always do a little mental checkup on the body. As I lunge, how is my body feeling today? How is your body feeling today? So it's just having a little chat with yourself. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling strong, or maybe I'm aching a bit today. You know, just talk to yourself, be aware of how your body is feeling as you move. This is your hour of time, no one else's. So all we're thinking about is the way we feel, the way our body feels. And now let's stay over on this side. We've got that nice knee bend here and this leg straight. Push down into it. Feel that stretch on the inner thighs. If you've not got a big stretch on the inner thighs, turn out the toes, push into the lunge, it will come. And then bring up your arms, drop your shoulders, and stretch across your upper body now. And turn both feet. Push that back heel down behind you and lean forward. Now squeezing in the abdominal muscles, knitting them together. The lower back feels strong right there and the heels pushing down for that long calf stretch. And take your arms up in line with your ears, palms forward. Step back, drop the back knee down. Now fingers over the back knee. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down in a releve on the front foot with my heel up, but you can keep a flat foot if you prefer. Push down for 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel down, circle with your arms, touch the floor. Now head back there into your runner stretch, so it's a long stretch out on that back leg. If you need to modify it, pop your knee down. So two options, knee down, leg up. Now take a deep breath in and push it down into your hip flexors. Bring both feet together, keep that bend on your knees, put your hands onto your thighs, breathe in, look up, tip your pelvis up. So we've got that amazing stretch there running from the back of the knees into the lower back. And now reverse it. Drop your chin into your chest and exhale as you roll up slowly with your head and arms just hanging in front. Now draw your belly button back the whole way up, pull it in. Everybody can do that, and this is a wonderful feeling to stretch out your back. So if you struggle with a stiff back, you can start your day with that roll up, always engaging your abs on the way up. Now stay here where you are, and we're going to add in a bit of ballet and Pilates at the same time for these next two, and some yoga. So come again, a Pilates Fusion right here. So we're going to bring our hands together in Namaste, the prayer position from yoga. And we're going to lift one foot and lightly rest it on the other leg with your knee turned out. And then we're going to travel up and overhead with your hands so that we're in a tree pose. Now if you struggle with balance, pop your big toe on the floor as I'm demonstrating now. Otherwise, you can keep that foot lightly rested on the inside of the leg, wherever feels good for you. You may be able to take hold of the ankle and put the heel right up here at the top of the leg. Now, I'm wearing socks today, which is not ideal, but I have got a little cut on my toe, so I'm just protecting my feet. But if you do this with bare feet, it is better for your balance and your ability to keep that foot in place. Now, imagine the foot on the floor is like the roots of the tree. So although you may sway, you will not fall. And from the tree pose, we're going to go into a ballet attitude. So here we take the arms, one to the shoulder height and one overhead. We open out at the hip, and that's really important, that opening feeling of the hip and the high turned out knee through the inner thigh to knee. The toe is pointed, not off behind you, but off to the side of you. Shall I show you that on a diagonal line in case for a better angle. How's that one looking for you there? Keep your chest up. And if you lose your balance, just pop your toe down, have another go. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to move into now, which is the ballet arabesque. So here we straighten the leg, we straighten the arms, and we tip forward from the hips as far as you can go and keep balance. And you're going to lift this back leg as high as it will go. Now also I'm going to keep my shoulders away from my ears. I'm going to extend into my fingertips. Hold that arabesque. Okay, I'm going to challenge myself today. I'm going to go a bit further. What about you? Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe down. Closing first. Tuck your tailbone down and plie. Well done. And I'm always talking in class about how those static poses really warm up your entire body. So you think you have to move dynamically to get warm, but in actual fact, standing still in a strong held pose gets you just as warm, it's just as effective. Now, let's move back into a turned out toe, second position, and let's go through that set on the other side. Are you ready? Hands on hips and side to side lunge. Okay, we're just really loosing the knees now, and also those thighs, they don't feel heavy anymore. We have light legs now, we have legs ready to work for us. Use that breath. Nice pushes with the knees, and your shoulders and your hips, they travel together, so there's no dips here in your waist. Okay, let's stay on the other side now. Push into that knee bend. Remember, turned out toes, arms up from the floor, shoulders down. Now, draw back on the belly button. Lift up on the pelvic floor. Activate those core muscles and turn your toes. Push down with the back heel into the floor, lean forward. You've got that long diagonal line, it runs from your heel to the top of your head. That feels good for the calf at the back there, doesn't it? Really long stretch there. Now take your arms up, palms forward, step back, drop it down into a nice deep lunge on that back knee. We don't want the back knee to touch the floor, but get that knee down quite low. So you're feeling that stretch in your quads right here and into your hips. We don't rush it, we take our time so we feel it. We know what's happening, the muscles get a chance to properly engage and hold. Now come up onto your toes again if you can on the front foot. Push down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Heel down. Circle with the arms, and I mean big. Stretch those arms around, touch the floor. Back we go. Long run and stretch again. Remember, knee down is an option. Take an inhale and push it into your hips. And bring your feet together. Keep a little bend on your knees, hands to your thighs. Breathe in, look up, tip your pelvis up, make a soup bowl out of the bottom of your spine. And breathe out, chin to chest, reverse and tailbone down. Head and arms hang and roll slowly. Just take your time to stack your vertebrae. And breathe. And when your spine is in its proper neutral alignment, you don't have any pressure points. Your spine is supported then in all of the movements we make today. Stand tall, shoulders down, take a breath. Let's do the tree pose on this side. I'm going to stand on a diagonal line. I think it gives you the better angle to look at the technique. You can face wherever you want for this. We'll bring your hands together into Namaste, the prayer position from yoga. Now we're going to lift the opposite foot to what we did on the other side. Hopefully you remember which one that is. And turn your knee out, so your hips open. Lift up out of your supporting hip on the other leg and travel up and overhead with your hands still together. Now reach up toward the sky, the foot on the floor like the roots of the tree, deeply rooted into the ground. Although you may sway, you will not fall. The band of support around your centre holds you steady, so your ankle and knee and hip on the supporting leg are working hard. And now remember that you can lift that foot further up to advance, or bring the big toe to the floor for the beginners. And then we'll go into our ballet attitude. So I'm changing my arm position, got my thumbs tucked in, and then I'm going to open up at the hip, out into the knee, and that's through the inner thigh. I lift and pull back from the hip to the knee, and then my toe is not pointing behind me, my big toe is pointing off to the side behind me. Keep the chest up. Okay, should we head into that ballet arabesque here? So everything extends on the arabesque. Into the fingers, into the toe, and tip it forward from the hip and keep that back foot lifting. Now mine is fairly high there and you might not be able to do that, but I'll just show you what a beginner's might look like. So the big toe will just be hovering off the floor. This is how it might look if you're a beginner, or even if you're just quite unsteady on your feet, then this is where you might be at, just getting the big toe off the floor. And then as you advance, you can just try to lift that arabesque. Your lower back's doing a lot of the support right there. And now pop your toe down, closing first. Let's have your plie to finish. And then let's move back to the beginning position, so facing back to me now. So now I'm going to take you through a Pilates routine that I've devised, which uses your whole body, and it starts with 4 hip circles. So the first thing we need to do is our first position. First position, heels together, toes turned out, palms facing up. When we do that, that really helps us to get that flat shoulder blade position with a slight pinch with the shoulder blades behind. So as I said at the start, 4 hip circles with a bent knee and a flexed ankle, and we kind of swoosh the floor or the mat. So it goes across the body. 2, use those abs to pull in. 3, 4. Now lift this bent knee up to the front. Now take it back behind you and pulse up at the back. I'm sorry, I'm a bit wobbly there. And bring it through to the front. Now point your toe down. Extend your leg to straight as high as you can. Pull back. Go forward into a lunge. Pull back. Plie. Okay, we're going to do that on the other leg now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift forward. Back. Forward. Point. Extend. Come back. Step. Lunge. Lift. Lunge. Pull back. Plie. Now I'm going to do it on diagonal line again because I just think that you see my technique a little bit better on diagonal line, hopefully. It's hard to see my little camera screen there. But you can face whichever direction you want. Shoulders down, eyes forward, abs engaged. Now also let's squeeze through the glutes, can we? And the pelvic floor, so tight bums. And 4 hip circles, pull it up tall. 4, 3, breathe. 2, 1, knee lift front. 1, scoop it back behind, keep it bent. Push. 2, forward, point down, extend a leg. All about the control on that one. Step it forward into your lunge. We'll do a lunge and a lift and a lunge, pull back and a plie. How did that go? Let's do it again on the other side. Make it really smooth and continuous. 1, 2, don't hold your breath. I know you're concentrating and trying to keep your balance, but you've got to use those long controlled breaths. And back. And through. And point. Extend. Come back. Lunge. Lift. Lunge. It's a big step out. You see how wide I step out on that lunge? Don't let the back knee touch the floor, although it can go pretty close to the floor, it's not going to touch it. One more time on both legs. Open your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Get that tailbone turned down. And 4, 3, 2, 1. To the front knee lift. 1. Pull back. 2. Come forward. Point. Extend. Pull back. Forward. Lunge. Lift. Keep your chest up. Lunge. Pull back. Whoop. Plie. I did some little tippy toes there as I lost my balance. Did you notice? And one more on the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee lift. 1. Pull back. 2. and through, and point, extend, come back, and lunge, lift, lunge, plie. Fantastic stuff. Have a sip of your water now if you haven't had one already. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go into some plie curtsies. So with your plie curtsies, it's a really good way to combine things from Pilates with the fusion of ballet with those curtsies. So when you curtsy, we don't look down at the ground. So I'm going to show you from a couple of angles very quickly. A curtsy, I step back behind, you see? I'm on the toe right now. Then when I curtsy, I bend both knees. Let me show you from the side. I bend both knees, but I keep my chest up and my eyes forward. So I'll just show you from this angle. Step, back, curtsy. You can have a little go if you like. Step, curtsy. Both knees go low, but the chest and eyes go forward. Because I think that some people tend to try and go like this. And then there's actually not that much bending in the knees going on, but a lot of bending in your back going on. So let's get low in the legs. Again, no knees touch the floor. So it's going to be a plie central, a curtsy to the right, plie central, curtsy to the left, and with the arms, some motions going on there as well. So we'll go through it together, and I'll talk about it as we do it. So let's plie in second. Arms up, palms forward, nice deep bend. Curtsy, now touch the floor with your fingertips if you can. If that's too far away, just touch the air. And plie central, inhale. Exhale, curtsy, I'm going to get down and touch the floor, it's quite far away. Inhale. Exhale. Curtsy with a finger touch to floor or just in the air like this. Now breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we have a plie, a curtsy, a plie, a curtsy. Give me four more. Plie, don't round your shoulders. Curtsy, keep your back flat. Plie and curtsy. Two more. Plie deep in the centre. Curtsy and plie. Curtsy. Well done. And just give that a little shake off through your legs. And now we're going to do a Pilates spinal twist. So here, bring your big toe to the floor. Put the weight on your back foot. Lift up out of your supporting hip. Bring your arms up, shoulders down. Now keep your hips and your knee from moving. Keep them completely still. So we have an exhale rotation through the spine to one side. Inhale to centre. I'll show you on that diagonal line again. Exhale. Inhale. It's all one way. We're not going to do both sides, not just yet. Exhale. Inhale. Now just glance down occasionally and make sure that knee is not moving. You carry on. Exhale. Pull up tall. Pull up out of supporting hip. Advanced people. Bring your knee up to hip height. So your toe points down, and that's going to make us use those stability muscles even more. Now also, we have another way to advance, which is to extend the leg to straight. So you choose which one you're going to do, and as you do it, imagine you're wringing out a wet tea towel, and that is your spine. So as you rotate, and also that exhale in such a strong, purposeful way is making us use our lungs to their full capacity. So we leave about 20% of the oxygen in the bottom of the lungs, dormant, but when we breathe with purpose, we're forcing ourselves to bring in more new oxygen, and oxygen is energy, as I always say. It's my catchphrase almost, isn't it? Now let's do two more of these. Spinal twist, draw that shoulder back, one more. Okay, on the spot now, into Prancers Like a Horse. So it's just heel up, heel down, without any swing on the hips or shoulders. So all the joints remain aligned. Super important, that bit. Okay, heel lift, heel drop. You're tall. Bring in now the wrists, so flexed wrist, arms up shoulder height. Now step it out, so you've got 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm going to show you on a diagonal line. You can do all this facing the front, you don't have to keep changing your angle. Now we're going to go up into a Y with our arms, okay? So that goes arms up, shoulders down. Squeeze and contract through your back and release in the middle. And when I say release, I mean let go of your back muscles, let them relax. Now go into a T. Squeeze and contract through your back. Tighten up all the back muscles. Release. I'm still in releve, I'm holding up on my toes, but you can do it on a flat foot if you prefer. Now into a W position. Squeeze and contract through your back, tighten up, and let go. And then up into an I. Squeeze and contract, and step back, you stay exactly where you are with your feet. I'm letting go, I'm releasing, and then I'm bringing the elbows into the side of the waist, pressing back with the palms. And let go in centre, pop your heels down. Now push down into both knees with your heels into the floor. So we're going to get a nice stretch there. Okay, we're good to go on the other side, so we're going to switch the feet over. Big toes to the floor here. Hopefully you've got a good view of me, and I'm just going to face forward on this time. I'm not going to show you the angles this time on this leg. Lift up out supporting hip. Are those abs tight? Come on, pull them in. Pelvic floor, have you forgotten about that? Engage it. Arms up. We're going for the other side now. Exhale, rotation. Inhale, centre. And I'm going to lift my knee, point my toe down for the advanced people. Remember, you can do a leg extension here. I'll show you that. The whole body is working together now. Every single body, part of your body, controlled. 3 more. And should we go for 1 more there? Arms down. Back into prances on the spot. Stay in a line, streamline that body. Your body is tall. Heel lift, heel drop. And lift it up. Flex at the wrist. Really controlled every movement. And with that flexion on your wrist, that makes your arms and your shoulders engage. Good stuff, everyone. Well done. Okay, now just step it forward. We're on the other leg. We have the staggered stance. We are in releve. Heels are lifted. Go flat foot if you need to. And lift into a Y. Shoulders down. Your arms are tight. Your back is engaged. Braced. A braced back. And now let go. Release. Into a T. Squeeze and contract through your back. Lifting those abs. And let go. And into a W. I always find it's quite hard to engage your entire body and not kind of squeeze your forehead. You know, so you've got to keep those facial muscles relaxed. They don't need to be squeezed and tense. And now let's go up into an I. Shoulders down away from the ears, but really tight arms and shoulders. And let go. And your core is really holding you up there in your releve as well. Now let's come back, elbows in, palms push back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through the back. Let go. Heels down. Push into the back foot. Sit down on the back foot almost. So we have that calf stretch right there. Nice deep breath. Well done, everybody. Give your arms and your legs a little shake off. We're going to have a sip of water, and then we're going to move on to a yoga pose. That's going to take us down to the mat. Okay, are you ready to go down to the mat now? So make sure you've got your mat at the ready. Okay, so now we're going to start off with our feet parted and our toes facing forward and bending on the knees and walking the hands out. So your hands and your fingers are going to be pointing to the short edge of your mat, the same as your toes. And pull your shoulders back away from your ears. Your hands should be out further away than your shoulders, and your feet should be out further away than your hips to create a V shape. And this is our downward dog pose from yoga. We are long through the spine down into the tailbone. We are long in the hamstrings and in the calves. Our abdominal muscles are engaged, as is our pelvic floor. And our shoulders are pulled back away from our ears so our neck is long. Don't tuck your head inside the V, as that will make all the blood rush up to the top of your head, and we don't want that. And now here, as we hold, we take full purposeful breaths to allow us to be aware of the way our body is being worked in this pose. Don't worry if your heels won't touch the floor. Just get them as close as you can. And from here I'm going to give you a shoulder press up, which is quite different to a normal press up because the legs will stay completely straight and your hips will stay in the air. But as you bend at your elbows, you're going to lower the top of your head toward your mat, but not touching, and you're going to push up on an exhale. So I'll show you again. I'm going to bend my elbows, as are you, and you're going to lower the top of your head toward the floor as your heels lift away from the mat, and exhale to push up. And you're just going as low as you can and control the lift back up. So don't go so low that you're going to fall on the top of your head. We definitely don't want that. We're going to just go low enough that we know we can push ourselves back up out of it. So it's inhale, down. Heels travel with you, legs stay straight. Exhale, push up. And as you come down, you use a nice deep inhale, big bend on the elbows, exhale up. Now this is forcing us to work those top deltoids. So we're working into the shoulders from the top there, but also you're going to feel a lot of work going on in your triceps. And lowering and lifting. Can we have two more? Two more shoulder press ups. And exhale, push up. Just do what you can on these. Even a little bend is a good start. Well done. And now take your feet together at the back of your mat. Bring your hands under your shoulders. And lower your hips and lower your chest between your hands to create a plank. Now you can put your knees on the floor if you're struggling to hold this plank for length of time. Use a full breath and support the plank with your abs engaged. And bend at the elbows and slowly lower yourself under control. Now beginners, I'm going to show you what to do, which is on the knees, lower your chest slowly. If you're more advanced, you stay on your toes. Slow as you can. That's a really slow lower, wasn't it? Well done. Now take your legs flat, press your pelvis into the floor. Now push into your hands by the sides of your chest with your elbows close to your waist. We're going to come up into Cobra. So we breathe in, we push up until we feel our lower back is engaged. So it doesn't have to be a full arm extension. And slowly exhale down. Just enjoy that breath out. Take your time. See how slow and controlled that should be. Let's do that again. Breathe in, push up. Shoulders down, eyes forward. Feel that stretch through the abs. And down we come. Slowly down. I think we can do one more Cobra. They feel so good, I think why not? We should do another. Breathe in, push into those hands. Just up till your back feels engaged. You might still have a bend on your elbows, absolutely fine. Just do what feels good. And slowly lower. Okay, make sure your legs are together now. And bring your palms by your sides facing up. Now turn your heels towards each other. So your feet are turned out in ballet first and your heels are touching. Now lift your legs up off of the mat, keeping your knees off of the mat and your legs straight, and bat your heels together with speed. And as you do that, squeeze your bum muscles down into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower. Okay, we're going to do that again. I want your heels together and your toes turned out. Your legs up off of the mat, knees off of the mat as well. Now squeeze your glutes together tightly and bat your heels together as fast as they will go. Keep it going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower. And release. And then we're going to push into those hands and up onto the knees and bring yourself around to seated here at the front. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is a V hold. So you're going to have your ankles under your knees, under your hips. I want you to lean back with your chin off of your chest and your neck in line with your spine. And now I want you to stop when you feel a tremor in your abs. Everything goes tense right here in your abs and there's a little shake. Don't stop until you've got the shake. Okay, I've got it. And your arms up, parallel to your legs. and lift one foot. Now keep your knees the same height, point your toe. If you're advanced, go for it with a double leg straight away like this. So you've got the option. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Now just rest over your legs and take a breath. And this is where we allow the oxygen to flow down into the lumbar region of our spine and out into the muscles that attach to it. So just take that deep breath. You feel your lower back expand. And then you reset. Feet under hips, feet under knees, under hips. There we go. And lean it back. Here we go. We're looking for that tremor. We're looking for the tremor. And it's in the front, not the back. Stop when it's all in the front, that tremor. Good stuff. Arms up. Okay, keep that chin away from the chest. Right, we're going to go the other leg. We're going to have the knees the same height, toe pointed. And if you're advanced, just go straight in with both feet up again to make that V hold. You choose. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down and lift and relax over the legs. Again, breathe into it. Okay, I'm going to do one more time on each leg. I want you to give it a go at doing both legs up. Even if it's just a case of lifting that foot and then going, nah, I can't do it, I can't keep my balance. Fine, but give it a go, okay? So here we go, we're resetting. We're leaning back. We're stopping when we've got that tremor all in the abs. It's all about the abs engagement on front of the body. Lift 1, lift 2 if you can, and hold. Give it a try. If you can't manage it, stick with one leg. Amazing, good work. Well done, keep going. 4, 3, don't stop. 2, 1, woohoo! Well done everyone. It's good to challenge yourself a little bit and give stuff a go. Okay. If you're doing amazing at this and it feels really good, then I want you to get a really deep lean back on that V if you're feeling strong. Okay, last one. This is it. Reset right up on top of those seat bones. Now straight back, lean it back. Not stopping until the abs are shaking. Lifting the foot, bringing up the other one, giving it a go, and holding it. Come on, get steady, get your balance. 4, 3, 2, 1, and feet down. And one more breath there, and then take your legs flat, and we're going to bring your heels to the end of your mat. Get your arms up parallel with your legs again. Sit right on top of your seat bones, and sometimes a little wobble side to side is going to help you with that, right on top of the seat bones. Draw your belly button back to your spine, and roll down slow as you can. Slow, lower. Chin off the chest. Are you still going? Are you still lowering? Nice and slow. Well done. Okay, and then we're going to take a nice breath in and we're going to lift back up to seated. Now you can use your elbows like I just did and finish the lift under control. Or if you're advanced, I'd like you to lower with your arms in line with your ears and lift with your arms in line with your ears as well. Okay, so that means no elbows down at all. That's for the advanced people. Right, let's go for it. Inhale now. Exhale, lower. Take your time. Super slow, because we want those abs to work hard, don't we? This is a reverse sit-up. It's the opposite of a sit-up. It's a lie down, the reverse sit-up. So we're using the lowering phase of the exercise to get maximum benefits for core strength and working on the strength of your abs in particular. Okay, you ready for the lift? Arms in line with ears for the advanced people. Big inhale before you go down. Just go at your own pace. So if I'm going a bit too slow for you, or if I'm going a bit too fast for you, it doesn't matter, you just do your pace and I'll just keep going. Feeling like those abs are working now. I don't know about you. Okay, let's go for 2 more of these. So it's a slow roll down. Chin off of chest. Don't be tempted to strain at the neck. Keep it in your abs. Okay, let's have one more. Breathe it in at the top. Breathe it out to go down. slow lower. Okay, well done. And then bring your knees up to your center and just give your chest a lift up to your knees and a breath. Okay, so we're going to do the Pilates dead bug now, everyone. Here's your beginner's set. This is how it starts if you're a beginner. Have a look at that quickly before we begin. So I'm going to go opposite arm to leg extends but doesn't touch the floor, and I switch sides. I keep as much of my back touching the floor as I possibly can, and I'm drawing down on the abs. I'm pulling that belly button into the spine. Beginner's level. Next up, full level. Full extension on legs, toes to the roof. Full extension on arms, opposite arm to leg, down and lift. Are you ready? Should we go for it? What I'd like to do is an inhale down and an exhale lift to pull it back together. Let's go for 8. Inhale, exhale lift. Do the bent knee if you need to make it a bit easier. Get that back in contact with the floor. Inhale down, exhale lift. We're halfway there, number 4. Draw your belly button down constantly. It's so easy to forget to engage your abs. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Okay, perfect. Now put your hands by the side of your chest. Sorry, not chest, hips. Hands by hips. And now keep your back in contact with the floor. Lower your legs. Open, cross on top. Open, cross underneath. Open, shut, lift. Now you lower as low as you can and still keep the control in your core. If you're lowering and your back's lifting and your back's hurting, you're going too low. Keep it higher then. The people who have the strongest cores will have the lowest legs on this one. If you're just starting out with core strength exercise, stay up at the top. Let's go for 4 of these. Lower, out, top cross, bottom cross, close, lift. 3 more. Lower, out, top cross, bottom cross, together, lift. 2 more. I'm going to go a bit lower. I'm going for the challenge now. Ooh, feel those hip flexors working. 1 more. Lower, out and cross and out and cross and out and together and lift. Oh yes. And we're ready to come in. I'll tell you what we're ready for. We are ready to stretch those hip flexors. We're going to bring the heels together. We're going to turn the toes out into ballet first. And we're going to exhale, push up. See, the heels touch, but the toes don't. And we're going to inhale, bring those heels to the center of your pelvis. Exhale, push up. Extend your legs to straight. Now your hamstrings might say, no, I don't want to straighten my legs, that hurts. But do it. Push those hamstrings. So we're getting a lengthen out into them and we're improving the flexibility. Get them as straight as you can. And into the center of the pelvis. Exhale, push up. Inhale, center. Looks a bit like frog's legs. Exhale, push up. And inhale, center. And should we go for 1 more? Exhale, push up. Good work. Hands onto the outside of your thighs. Elbows touch the floor. Now I'm going to pull up through my abs until I feel them nice and tight and engaged. Chin up of chest. I'm going to do 20 crunches, but if you feel like that's too many, have a rest and join back in. Palms through, and 1, 2, squeeze through the abs, 5, 6. "17, 18, 19, 20, and down, hands onto the legs, close the legs, bring them in, and flex your heels and point, flex and point. Okay, I'm going to do 1 more exercise on our backs, and then we're going to roll over to the side, so stick with me for 1 more. Well done so far, by the way. And take up your legs. I'm going to do a ballet beat. Not a lot of ballet exercises you can do lying on your back, but this is one. We're going to go forward, back. See, I'm batting those feet, forward, back, fast as you can. As if a ballet dancer is jumping up in the air and how they bat their feet back and forth, just like that, but lying down, pushing the back into the floor, squeezing those abs, hands by the side of your hips. 4, 3, 2, stop. Now lower your legs under control, just to where feels good for you. Just stop when you feel like your abs are tight and that's enough. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, knees in. Take a breath. Feeling good. Should we go for one more of these? Extend those legs up and into that ballet beat. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Really tight on the legs. So good for your inner thighs, this one. I bet you're feeling it there now. Well, I am anyway. And stop. And lower. We're going to stop when those abs feel good. They're really strong and engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Hug on the knees. And now, this is just a little release on those hard-working hip flexors. Up and down on those knees. Pop your feet down. Drop your knees over to the side. Okay, so we're going to do a 4-part side plank routine now. In Pilates Fusion 1, the other video that we did last week, we did an oblique raise. So we laid flat out on our sides and we lifted our legs together and our body together. Now that's a great beginner's exercise for your obliques. Today I'm going to take it up a level. If you find this level too hard, go back to doing that oblique raise from last week. So I'm going to bring the hand under the shoulder and I'm going to reach up into the fingertips. I'm going to lift up so I have the ankle at hip height and I'm pressing my pelvis forward so my bum's not sticking out behind me. I'm reaching into those top fingers. And I'm going to take a breath in and bring the elbow to meet the thigh and squeeze and contract on the obliques on the top. Breath out, lift. Now breathe in, rotate. So I'm looking back at the fingertips. And breathe out, lift. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze, extend, rotate, then lift. Again, squeeze, extend, rotate. Now hold. Now this bit you might find tricky. Just do what you can. We're going to lift with the ankle up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And lower. Well done. Let's do the other side. That one's a challenge. Those lifts, they really get into those glutes. Bum muscles on the sides of your glutes there. Okay, you ready? Let's do this on the other side. Remember, if you're a beginner and this is too challenging, do a lying down oblique raise, making your body into a banana, as I did in Pilates Fusion 1 last week. So here we are, up on the side of the knees again, hand under the shoulder, lifting up into the top fingers, pressing your pelvis forward and lift up. Try and get that ankle at hip height or as close to it as you can. Now breathe in, squeeze, contract. Breathe out, extend. Breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, lift. When you rotate, don't stick your hips out, keep them tucked in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that? Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, and lower. Perfect. Okay, we're going to come over to this front and work on your chest and arms. So what we're going to do today is a plank with a bent elbow. So bent elbow plank. So we have plank position. I'm going to do it on my knees for the modified position. Do it on toes if you're more advanced and you want to do that full plank. So it begins with a deep bend on the elbows and a hold. And then we go up to a straight. Now, I'm not going to time us on this, but we're going to hold for roughly 10 seconds and we're going to do it 3 rounds of that. So are you ready? Hands under the chest, under the shoulders. Big bend on the elbows, ready? And hold. Now breathe fully and support that bent elbow plank by pulling in your abs. I'm doing it on my knees. There is a way to make it even easier, which is in a box as I'm demonstrating now. And extend to straight, everyone. So this is a box position and this is for the very beginners. This is the next level up, still on a straight arm, everybody together. And then the next level up after that is on toes in full plank. And all together now, bend your elbows, as much of a bend as you can. And it is right if your biceps are shaking, your arms are shaking, that's what we want to see. And breathe and hold. Now lock in that core. A few more seconds. Go on, you can do it. And extend up to straight again. So I'll just show you it in full position this time. Remember, on knees in a box or modified position. A couple more seconds. Are you ready for round 3, everyone? And go. Big bend on those elbows and hold. Ooh, feeling those arms and chest working now. And 3, 2, extend to straight. Hold it still. Okay, nice long neck, don't tuck your chin inside. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now bring your knees in and stretch out from your fingertips down to your hips. Really pull your fingers away from your hips and take a deep breath in. Allow your back to expand and breathe out. And now I want to take this into a hip stretch, so keep your toes together, turn your knees out and bring your body between your legs. And breathe there. So here we're just down in between those hips to stretch the hip flexors. Nice little stretch on the shoulders too. I love this stretch for the shoulders. And hold and just allow that breath to flow through your body. This is a recovery position and that's exactly how we're using it, to rest and recover. Okay, and let's bring ourselves up and around to seated. Okay, so I want to work on your development of your flexibility right now. So we're going to take your legs apart as far as is comfortable for you. Right up on top of those seat bones again, and pop your fingers by your side lightly on one hand. Take the other arm up, reach up to the roof, pull up, and then drop it over to the side. Oh, that feels good. Amazing big oblique stretch there. And then we're going to lift, and then we're going to turn through the spine, and we're going to take ourselves down towards the foot. So we're going to keep the arm up in line with the ears. Keep your back nice and straight. So we're not rounding the spine here. Keep the shoulders pulled back. And now we've got that big hamstring stretch. We're going to lift up the arm on the other side. We're going with the ballet fifth position. And we're going to circle round through centre. Now this should feel like a deep stretch, but definitely not uncomfortable. Very slight discomfort is okay. And then we're over to the other leg, drop the fingers, take the arm over the top, big stretch there. Okay, let's reset. Fingertips on the floor on the other side. Breathe in and lift. And over to the side into that oblique stretch. And if you're doing development stretches, if you're trying to improve your flexibility, always do them at the end of a workout when your body is really warm and flexible. And hello Harvey, here's my dog. And you can hold them for up to 30 seconds per muscle. And lift. And then turn your body towards your leg. I'm going to drop down from the hip. And again, don't round your shoulders at all. So we've got a nice deep hamstring stretch. Sit down, you Pass. Sit down. It's the first time he's made an appearance in one of my videos, my little doggy. And then we'll bring up the other arm and we're going to circle around. If I can get past Harvey. And all the way around to the other leg. And drop the fingers, take that arm over the top. Ooh, that feels good, doesn't it? Okay, now we're going to do two things right here for the top of your back. So we're going to link your fingers together. We're going to push forward with the backs of your hands. I'm going to sit right on the back of my pelvis now. So your pelvis is tilted forward and it's as if you're hugging around a beach ball. Drop your chin into your chest, draw your belly button back. And as you breathe, that's going to expand between your shoulder blades. So really nice on the top of your back. And now we're going to reverse that. We're going to sit right up on top of the seat bones again. Put the hands onto the bottom of your back and squeeze your shoulder blades together, pressing your chest forward. Take some deep breaths. Okay, now bring your legs together and we're going to use the seated forward fold from yoga. So right up on top of those seat bones again, and by the sides of your legs with your hands, you slide and fall. and sit. Breathe in, slide. Breathe out, full. Breathe in, slide. Breathe out, full. And continuous movement, continuous flow without stop. And don't lift your knees from the floor, as tempting as that might be. We're going to keep those knees down. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And we finish that part of the routine there. Now what I want you to do from here is stop the video and click on one of my relaxation videos. So there you are on my YouTube channel. We're going to do relaxation 1 or relaxation 2. So here I will say namaste and thank you for joining me, and please have a drink of your water and put on another layer, perhaps put your cardigan or jumper back on or your socks, and then go into relaxation 1 or 2 from my yoga video. See you there.